in convertible Camaro with this curly hair, girl, yeah, you done know how she got here, how she's leaving. We ain't talking, but she's touching. We ain't kissing, but she's rubbing. She's just with it, she ain't fussing. She looking like who doesn't? She does it like it ain't nothing. When she lifts her head up, you see her hair blow. Why you watching me and watching you criticizing topics? I don't care about what you say about me. Get the fuck out of my pockets. I'm a T-Dot citizen, riding through that spotlight, vibing off that energy, vibing like it's first light. Some dudes just don't move right. Shocks, yo, he's coming. Yo, I'm heading to the top. Where the fuck are y'all going? Yeah, the flavor of the day, the hour of the minute of the second, then forgotten as soon as people are blinking. For 16 years I've been growing every weekend. I'm the flavor of the decade. Nah, fuck it for the eon. They say that smooth flowing mofo, yeah, that's what I'm known for. Hopping out that phone though, straight right through that club though, direct through that VIP. The vodka's what they spill most. Toast to my friends close, never leave the club alone. Not in a home, in a room. The moaning groans consumes the ooze, consumes the eyes, consumes the place. Zamboni did smooth, now it's time to skate. Not on some player shit, on some adult shit, on some through consent and doing what we want shit. Friendly departure with caress or a handshake, or maybe spend the night and wake up for some pancakes. Yeah, I'm on the road, I'm in the plane flying over your home. Watch the blue ice duck sucker, the jizz knocker. There ain't no other brother that keeps them lyrics fresh with beats that pound down, that gives people pride, calling out their hometown. Fresh to death, got the stage like rest in peace with no sweat off the chest. Now sing.
Does it look weird with that record over my head?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah, okay.
From back here it might look like...
Alright, we're streaming. What up, everybody? This is a special edition of SpitBallin with JT. I'm with one of my favorite hip-hop artists of all time, Choclair, where he's dropping a brand new single, and we're gonna premiere that for you guys tonight. So, first off, Choclair, let's hear a little bit about yourself.
Man, well, you know, if you know my history, you know where I come from. I've been MC from Toronto for time, and from way back in like 96, we just kind of went out there and really started promoting the name T-Dot out there, and now it's kind of all over the place. And we dropped some big tracks, Northern Touch, Let's Ride, Light 'Em Up, Skunk, Skyline, stuff like that. So that's kind of my quick history discography right there.
Yeah, and this is over a time span. Like this has been going on for like a movement with you for about like 12 years non-stop, just vibing, putting out tracks, fucking videos, dropping albums. Like for a an actual hip hop fan to be sitting next like a pretty much a hip hop legend in Canada is one of the most special things for me. Hang on a second. That's a fucking street sweeper. Sorry for the audio, guys. There's a fucking street sweeper. We can't control that shit. We didn't know they'd be fucking cleaning right now. But This will fucking work out. Don't worry. We'll make it work. But so being a hip hop artist in Canada, what's it been like from like the start till now, pretty much, like the full time that it's been?
Man, it's been good. Like, like when I first started, it was, definitely tough because, in like 96 and stuff like that, there wasn't really, it was hard to just kind of, this thing in our way. Alright. There wasn't really a lot of things going on as far as outlets and places where we could go in Canada. And then just kind of seeing it build and go over the years and seeing the love and the acceptance from, just the people out there when they hear the music and they really love it and stuff. And then also going in and seeing other MCs come along and do their thing and whether internationally or even just nationally, really go and get make a name for themselves, and people come out and check them and they appreciate the art, and now there's not a B class type of stigma attached to like when people hear Canadian hip hop like it used to be before. Now it's just a matter of like if I like it or if I don't, or if it's good as a bump and all those other things like they do with every other music from every other place. So it's good to see that transition and how it kind of came about.
Yeah, and for those who are like U.S. fans, the thing that they don't realize is for hip hop in Canada, you didn't have like multiple outlets like in the States where you had MTV or BET to go to. You just had Much Music, and then it started to branch off into like Much Vibe and all that stuff. But then even eventually they just stopped playing music videos altogether, those channels, and it just stopped. And now the whole thing's it's especially with an artist like you, you've gone through the transition from being like trying to get your video on a like a music channel like Much Music or on MTV to having it just trying to go viral online.
No, well, definitely. Like, you would check out even then trying to get your music on Much Music even at those times. Even back because we didn't have MTV in here. We didn't have MTV Canada then at that time. You were still going up and competing against all other different, big tracks that were out there, and so it was even hard. And there was also, like I said, there was the stigma that people don't care about music up here, or it doesn't sell, or it's not this, or it's not that. So you also had that stigma to battle through as well. But people like the Rascals and Ghetto Concept, Maestro Fresh West, Miss Me, Dream Warriors, all of them like that, Monolith Crews like that, that came up and really started putting a dent in that armor of what we were able to go and achieve. Really started opening up the doors. And, then the internet came along, and now it's not just these stations that we can only just rely on to go and get music out. Now, there's the blogs and there's online TV and online video sites and stuff like that. So
like shout out to Toronto rappers and all those guys, because without that I don't see much of the game really going any further than it already is, because the way everything's set up now, it's like if you can't fit what you're trying to get into 140 characters on Twitter, you're kind of fucked up. And they don't realize that shit, you can't just put sometimes even just like a title isn't even long enough for that. Like with some rappers, they have these huge ass titles. Like I'm just gonna use Jay-Z's album name as a fucking example, like Magna Carta, and I don't know what the other half was at the moment. I'm going blank.
Magna Carta Holy Grail.
Yeah, Magna Carta Holy Grail. Like when you type that into Google, the first thing that's gonna come up now is Jay-Z. That was smart, but then you're taking away from the historical fact of those two fucking things. Like it's ingenious marketing, but then again, it kind of fucks with history's outlook, because now they're not gonna be like, what Magna Carta are you talking about? The actual document that was forged in 1200, or the album that Jay-Z dropped in 2013.
Doing your biblical studies, and all of a sudden you're reading like Jay-Z lyrics.
Yeah. I can
Instead
see
of
that
the
happening in
scripture.
some Judaism schools, but it's a different time and it's a different age for hip hop. And what do you see it being for you?
I just think it's a good time for the fact that, like, one of the things that I really like is the fact that when I was coming up in hip hop, and a lot of us as well, were coming up like it was. There was always like lyrics involved, like skill to like the lyrics and everything like that. And then now, with the new generation, where now it's not more just you did it because you loved it, but you could also do it because you can, make a career out of it and be successful and make some money off of it as well. Like there's somewhat of a little bit of commercialism, but the stuff that also goes and makes people stick to certain artists over time is because they relate to them because of what they say in the songs. So the lyricism is coming back, and one of the things that I've come up and seen throughout the years is just watching how lyricism was one thing that was up front, and then it got into commercialism, and
then it got into dance, and where you had these guys who come out and they would just come up with a dance to go along with the beat.
Well, yeah, but you got to remember, like, even back in the day, they had songs with the dance, like
like the hustle and shit. I understand that.
Pee Wee Herman, all those songs, but like, so it was just different, and it wasn't maybe into like us that like listen to, like we grew up on like early '90s hip hop and hip hop. You know what I mean? So like that's where our core is. You know what I mean? And but it was still dance. We had songs like that before. It was just something, but it just got oversaturated with, I guess, with everything that was kind of going on. Like it strayed a lot away from, like people saying stuff like, like things that moved you, influenced you. You caught in your soul. Like, wow, we know like records top to back.
Well, you notice that even with like big artists like Eminem, where he had. Like in '96, he dropped his first album, and that was solid. And then he blew up with the Slim Shady LP, and that's what everybody knew him as. And then he went off because he was on drugs and shit. He went off into this weird fucking wax spiral where his hip hop wasn't getting the credit that it was due at the time, because people thought he was trying to fucking prove a point or be funny, but he proved them back with like the Relapse and shit, where he came out with some real fucking shit, and it actually, you felt what he went through for all those years and why. Like he explains it in some of his songs, and it's interesting. But I want to get your aspect on something like that.
Well, it's the thing. It's that no one ever discredited Eminem.
Not at all.
As being a rapper, like as being an MC. Like they all knew he was talented, but they all knew, like, when he was talking about groups and that he in hip hop that he grew up listening to and stuff like everybody, because you could see it, you could see the talent, you could see the skill, you could see the the appreciation that he has for the art form. So that
for sure.
So like
definitely,
whether he went and he did this and he did that over his years and stuff, like, because there's a few albums I still really like,
exactly. Same with me.
Like some that I actually know most of them on, and and there's not a lot of albums nowadays that I know the whole album.
Yeah, like if you're listening to the album in the car and you know every single word to every single song. That's how I am with some of your tracks, some of his tracks, even with some of Ollie's tracks. It's with me, it's become a whole like mix of different styles of hip hop my entire life, and because I'm not an actual hip hop artist, I'm almost like a critic or a connoisseur. I like to think of myself as.
You're a connoisseur, so you're allowed to be critical, because you're looking at the music that you enjoy, what your history with the music is,
and that's what I'm getting to. And I like stuff that's lyrical and where it gets to a point or it makes you feel good, like Let's Ride. That's a song that makes you feel good because you're out like, let's ride.
There's it's one of those things where I just look at it as like when I'm making music, and I think when most people that make music that you really connect with, there's always got to be like an emotional connection. And you know, me and G-Vine, we have this conversation every once in a while. It's like I'll sit there, and you know, we'll talk about like when I'm writing. You know, like I write, like even if there's a scenario or a situation that's specific to me, when I'm writing it, I want to make sure, and I'm putting it out there in the music, I want to make sure that I'm making it in a general way that everybody can relate to what my situation was, my emotional tie to that situation was. And you know, and that's the thing, it's like, you know, you want to create that emotional tie because, you know, people are a lot the same, you know, and with everything that they do, and not all that they do, but like just with how they emotionally are with experiences. And I just try to go and relate it, whether it's in the club having a good time, whether it's a situation where you're upset about something, or, you know, another situation where you're just, you know, not doing nothing and just screwing off for like an hour and a half or for 3 hours or for the whole day just doing nothing. You know what I mean? And you want to talk about that, or something but nothing, you know, nothing of any whatever, you know. So so that's the thing, and that's the thing with the music and with people like Eminem, and you know why people love Biggie and Tupac and Jay-Z and Nas and Redman. And, you know,
there's just so many legends. You can't even mention them all nowadays because if you go and you skip over something, that starts something with somebody.
Yeah, someone's gonna say, "Why didn't you mention that guy?"
Exactly, and that's the thing. It's like a whole different ball game when you come with hip hop. You can't have just one guy because there isn't just one guy anymore. It's a whole slew of guys that are on top. Like
sometimes people will ask me, they'll say, "Who's your favorite rapper?" And I'll be like, "I don't have one favorite rapper."
If they were to phrase it something like, "Who's been your favorite rapper of all, like throughout the years? Who's a rapper that you always turn to for a good vibe, and that you're gonna like, you know, you're in for like some good hip hop?"
I listen to like Redman, but again, it's not one.
Yeah, but
like I can pick
Corrupt.
Like like I watch Corrupt. Like, you know, like I go back to his Streets Is a Mother album. You know, and even songs that he does today, like 9 times out of 10 with him and Quick. You know, like there's Corrupt, there's Redman, there's Wu-Tang, there's Biggie,
Bone
Jay, there's Bone Thugs.
They brought so much to the game when they were in it. Like, and now they're coming back and doing tours.
And there's even like those songs where, unfortunately, like I'm forgetting the name of the group, but that you used to always hear on like college radio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, and now you can't remember. Shoot, I really wish I remember the name of this group, because if I say a name, it's not going to be the right one. But you know, but there's there was like, you know, you would hear these songs all the time, and I would have like their 12 inches, you know, of these artists, of just, you know, people you know, like people of just that were dope even throughout that whole time period. You know, thinking like people remember songs like Blue Cheese. That was a dope song. Like, you know, like those people like that, you know, like other groups, the Youngsters.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, but like those are things. So and all of those songs that they may have had, not all their songs, but songs from them, I still remember them were songs that I was putting on repeat, and so on and so forth. One of my favorite Toronto rap songs is Boiling Point by Concrete Mob. Like,
yeah, that's a good point. And there's a thing with like even just with Toronto especially, you got different types of hip hop that come out of different parts of the city. Because like when you had Scartown Entertainment and Khalifa and all those dudes, they were spitting fire, and then it's just kind of dropped off a little bit. But then boom, it'll come right back out at you, and it's 10 times stronger next time. And that's what that's what a lot of people don't realize is it seems like it's a little bit behind, but it's not. We're just at we're just doing everything differently, a different way.
And you know, and the thing is also like you know, like sometimes people never really leave, you know, the city or the province.
Yeah.
And when you go out west, you know, like you're hearing more West Coast and not necessarily Southern, but a lot more West Coast music out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you'll hear more E40 songs than you would ever hear in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
You know, Bone Thugs plays a lot more out there.
And that's what I noticed when I was in LA. Was it's the
I'm even talking like North.
Even in Vancouver.
Even in Vancouver.
Yeah. That's what people don't realize is that Canada is a lot like the States when it comes to the type of music that we like. And I think it has a lot in common that we both speak the same language, and that's English, but we both have our own secondary languages where we have like Francophone hip hop, and they have it's going off the reggaeton. You know what I mean?
Hip hop, yeah.
It's exactly the same, but it's different because it's different languages. That's it. But it's still hip hop in its own right. Yeah, and
right.
And nobody could take that away from. Like, as long as you got a dirty beat and some smooth lyrics to go on that track, it's a hip-hop track no matter what.
Exactly. It's hip-hop, and that's what the beauty of it is, because it's so diverse.
Yeah, and for, like, any, like, young artists in the game, what do you got, like, advice for them?
Really, the only advice I could really say is just to be who you are, right? Because, like... If you're that guy that's on the road and doing all sorts of stuff, then that's you. If you're a guy that's not doing that, then that's you. But the thing is that people will respect you for who you are. The people will relate to you for who you are and how you describe your scenarios through your music. And, you know, and that's what's going to give you the longevity and the emotional attachment with others, is because people are going to relate to you on that side.
Fucking street sweeper again.
Yeah, well, at least they're doing a good job. That's twice.
Fuck.
That's twice I heard them. You know,
3 times. We were outside. They came back once, twice, 3 times. So at least we know our streets clean.
Yeah, at least they're cleaning right here, anyways.
Yeah. Well, it's because we're at a weird ass intersection. But here's something that I want to know personally for my in the video Let's Ride. There's a portion where you're on the back of a motorcycle. In the suit, doing all the hip hop shit. What did you do that yourself, or was that all fucking like you just
stunt doubles?
Yeah.
No, I was on the back of the bike,
and that chick was driving it, and you were fucking.
The only thing that when they did the close up and the
because there's some crazy angles. Like I'm like I don't know if he's moving or if it's like a screen behind that's moving.
No, there wasn't a screen. That was Little X's magic, and
Little X. Shout out to Little X.
Yeah, or Director X or whatever he goes by now, but Dr. X, Director X. You know, but like really the really only thing that changed was when we were doing the wide shots where you saw the whole bike. Then it was still a female, and we just put like hair to make the hair long on her, but she was more of a professional bike rider.
Oh, okay.
So like she was wheeling down, we did it down Wellington, and she's like flying down Wellington and all sorts of stuff. So that was the only time when, you know, somebody changed or the scenario changed.
That is some of like the craziest, like, because the only other like rappers you see do that kind of shit are the Rough Riders. So when you had a Canadian hip hop artist do something like that, it was fucking like that broke a mold for fucking hip hop artists. Yeah. You don't even realize how much that broke a mold till now.
I just remember they put me in that very hot bike suit that was all yellow.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, was that like a snowsuit or a bike suit? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like you're like going to like a chalet and like you're fucking bundled up.
Yeah, it was
with the gloves and shit.
It was supposed to be a bike suit, but I'm pretty sure they did it for safety too, because if I came tumbling off that bike,
somebody's gonna be pissed. I knew EMI was gonna get fucking fired.
I needed some padding at some point, like, you know, so if I do 6 rolls on my way to a stop when I'm off the back of the bike, you know. So.
And the Jeep in that's a dirty Jeep, and the chick that drives it is hot as hell.
Oh, the Hummer.
Yeah. Was that that's what I was confused with. Is that like an actual Hummer like from back in the day, or is that
those
like
were the
Jeep
old
done up?
No, that was like an old Hummer, like the ones
like a straight up Humvee from the military.
From the military, yeah, the one that Arnold would drive. Just maybe the paint job was better; it was black.
And I was watching that video the other day, getting prepared for this interview, and I was just like, "You lucky son of a bitch!" Like, if that was me, I'd be scared shitless on the back of the bike, and I would have fucking died when I saw that fucking Hummer. That was just
it was dope, and it was that whole experience of doing that video was a 2-day shoot. It was my very first ever professional type video set. I just remember everybody just kept telling me in the back of my ear all the time. They would say, like, we're spending like $100 a minute, like on every hour.
Pressure.
Or something like that. So, well, it probably wasn't that much, but even they're just telling me, be on point on the time, because
holy shit,
if you're over, we're paying these guys, and it costs, and this is how many people we're paying, and this is the budget of the video. So, which kind of put me into like, brought
it in perspective.
Brought it all in perspective, and things that I've learned and went on. And as you can see, the video came out very well.
It's by far one of your best music videos. Like, I like Redone as well, and Skyline. Don't get me wrong. Every song you've come out with, the video goes along quite well, and there's never really a complaint with the videos. What do you think is like a personal thing for you? What's your favorite out of your music videos, and what's like your least favorite?
It's hard to say what the least favorite is, because they all have a different type of vibe that I was coming to it with.
Or not least favorite. What are you less like proud of, as it wasn't your finest moment, I would just say it like that.
In the video?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's actually I never thought about it. I thought, because all of the videos pretty much had its moments where it was like something was screwing up, something was not.
Well, that's another thing with kind of like video shoots that people don't realize. There's always something going wrong.
Yeah, like you don't get the shot. Like even with Love 'Em All, like we were supposed to get a couple of other shots. The end shot where we were all standing around at the very end, like when it was fading out at the very end of the video. We were supposed to do more than that, but we were running out of time, and we were losing our permit time, and shit was happening, and so I wish we had more time with that.
Yeah.
So
there you go. That would have been what I was trying to get to, like something that you wish you.
Yeah, but like even with like a video like what was the one there? Skyline. Like I wish that like because we were doing like these, like those still picture moments that we did in there. Just like with those, like just now, seeing at the time what we had and what we could have had is like just adding more to those type of scenes, like where she's pulling it down. Oh, I love it. Like I like it. You know what I mean? But I just.
Oh yeah.
There was like maybe we could have did it this way instead, or something like that.
There's always that 20/20 when you have hindsight.
Hindsight, right? Yeah, it's always going to be there. So as far as like bad videos, I don't know. I like them all. I think.
Oh yeah, no, I love all your videos too, and that's the thing. I just wanted to get your perspective on what you wish you could have had
they're more
chance with.
They're more like nitpicky things. For me.
And that's what I figured I'd hear from you. It's hard to critique yourself in a scenario like this, because it's a new.
Because I can always try and do it better. Like I can always even on the even with the Let's Ride, there's things in there that that
you could have chitted.
But it came out
memes. The Volkswagen, that could have been different.
Right. Yeah. So it's like there's different things, and like you said, in hindsight, it's all 20/20. But at the end of the day, they still came out to what they did. And people still enjoyed them.
Awesome.
And so it's good. And the thing is to just
and they got a lot of play.
Yeah.
You always see like it's an old much if you're going through your videos on YouTube or something, and it'll be from much back in the day, and it'll have the countdown, and it'll be like last week 8, this week 6. Nice. Still climbing the charts technically.
It's still climbing up to this day. It's there.
Yeah, and whoever has that video posted up, I've watched it several times. I'm not sure whose YouTube account that's on, but props to them for actually getting it when it was a clip where it was still rising up and not one of those where it was going down moments.
Yeah, like, they got it on the up plan.
Yeah,
because that to you too.
Yeah,
it's always a good look.
That would have been shitty, but. Let's talk about now, 2013. What's Choclair got set for the future?
I think like the same type of music that everybody always liked from me. Like like I've always been
like the opening track, Rev.
Yeah, like Rev, like like with a track like Rev, that's almost like a track like Love 'Em All. Like like so people have seen me on these type of things already. It's funny though.
Another great fucking track, Love 'Em All.
Yeah, like sometimes I get actually I just saw a comment the other day. It just posted on one of on one of my accounts on Facebook there, and it was like, yo, very nice on this trap beat. Very nice on this trap beat. And I didn't really consider it trap beat as much because then I would have considered Love 'Em All trap. I just, we just like the beat.
Yeah.
So, but what they're going to get is they're always, like we were talking about earlier, it's like I'm a guy who's into lyrics. I enjoy lyrics and I might like to make sure that people understand what I'm saying.
And that's another thing because you don't, what I find with your hip hop is yes, you use a lot of slang termination, but you don't at the same time. It's a hip hop where not it's a hip hop everybody can listen to. It's not like where it'll be like Rick Ross or something where he's
and then you don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, and he's like a fucking 50-year-old corrections officer pretending to be a boss. But that's my own beef with Rick Ross. But anyways, but like there's people who are out like faking it like that. That's what I mean. Like they're fake it till you make it type guys. You're not. That's what people don't understand. You're the real deal.
Yeah, well, like number one, like I'm kind of like a information junkie.
I'm the same way. Watch the news 24/7. Like
and
we lost City News here in Toronto. I was so pissed.
Yeah. So I like. So when I relate to people, I want to make sure that I talk to people who, like give them some sort of information and education and, and whatever. Like, sure, I still, like even a Rev, like, with this curly hair girl, yeah, you're done. No, like we'll talk about that. Like,
that's what I mean by still using slang terms.
But like I try to make sure that I phrase things right.
Exactly.
I just try to make sure that, because like you said, yeah, other people can understand, and not because I'm trying to do that part of what I'm trying to do.
No, I think it's a subconscious thing, isn't it?
It's just how that's just how I speak, just by watching all these things.
Because you're a well-spoken dude. That's one thing that if people didn't know now, that from watching this interview, they'll know that you're incredibly well-spoken. You got a presence that not a lot of hip-hop artists have, and I think that's because you've been in the game so long. You're used to this kind of a scenario, except this is more low profile than anything else.
Well, no, the difference is just like you said, like earlier, it's like this is just me, like I'm a fan of music and I love making music.
Yeah.
And I enjoy people's company and I just vibe, like that's why I can go to like some place in the middle of nowhere and hang out with like guys and girls who are just camping, and fit in and sit around campfire and listen to some guy play.
Before.
Yeah, some guy's playing, a U2 song on his guitar, and I'm just like sitting there, like, all right, yeah, okay, like this is cool. As long as somebody doesn't run up a bush and start throwing spears around.
Yeah, and here's a little tidbit from my fans. I did security for Shocks when I was 16. That's when I became a really big fan of his. I was 16 years old. He didn't know me at the time, and I was psyched to be the head of security for his show. But I was 16, and they had me running a crowd filled with 21-year-olds. So just to have like that memory is fucking awesome. So then to be later on in life to actually chill with you, we've become like somewhat friends over the past couple of years that I've known you, and we've bumped into each other here and there, and hung out here at PHS, and to actually have this interview finally go down, it means a lot to me, first of all, and I want to thank you for that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much a dream come true for me, just so you know.
Oh no, thanks.
Because this is what I've wanted for, especially my viewers, my listeners, and everything. I want them to take a look at me retrospectively and see deep inside me, and this is me. I love Choclair. He's one of my favorite rappers, and that's why I had to get you on this show.
No, I appreciate it, man, and and just from just everybody, from the years of support and being there, and and I dipped for a while. I dipped out for a good 6 years or something like that, and and people are excited and they're showing love with the new songs, and even with the new album, See Evolution, it's what people are going to get is they're going to still get the me that they liked in the first place, and we're just on with the music is it's just we upgraded, the soul of the car
behind the beat.
Yeah, you got G-Vine and CC on the beat from PHS, and and it's the soul of the car hasn't left, and the engine and the valves and the horsepower.
It's just some of the body.
Upgraded the body, and I think that's what people are going to catch, and I think that's why songs like Let the Beats Know and Rev, people are really enjoying right now, because they catch that, and and it's not this is someone different, where they're oh, this is what we like.
Oh yeah.
And and we're feeling this new vibe, and now we're on it. And Shocks has always been the same, and just like you said, it's I try to go and speak in proper. I'm not a stereotype to anything other than who I am, and I just try to go and make sure, even in my music, is that I make sense to people. People can relate to me, and in my everyday, when I talk to people, I just talk to people like how I just talk to people. I'm just, regular Shocks on the block.
That's what I fucking love about you, dude. Yeah. You're just so fucking chill. You vibe you're one of the boys in any scenario, and that's what I've realized over the past couple of years getting to know you, is that you're always up to the scenario, whatever it is, whether it's the Wednesdays that G-Vine puts together, or it's an appearance where you're just going out to show support for another PHS artist like Oli or something, or it's always chill, and it's always just let's just relax, take a bit, and we'll kind of watch. That's what I've realized. You're very intellectual like that. You'll watch the crowd over just straight engaging them, because you want to just see what the scenario's like.
I'm very engaging. Yeah, I like the interaction. I enjoy interaction, and I enjoy conversation, and those type of things are the things that those are the things that drive me in my writing and in my music, and just like I said, I'm just everyday Shocks chilling. This is my job, and I love it because it's something I wanted to do, but I don't feel it puts me above anybody like that or anything like that. It's what I do, and I'm enjoyable, and I enjoy the fact that people enjoy it.
Yeah, so for sure. So in closing, is there anything you want to get across to your fans, get across to any of my fans, any of we like to call Death Squad, which is Joe Rogan's fans that I'm interlinked with? I love those dudes, and they help me promote anybody who's on my show. So shout out to all the Death Squad people for sure.
Big up to all of y'all out there. I just want y'all to let you know, if you don't know already, if you're new to who you're seeing me as right now, the name is Choclair. The website is choclair.ca. You could check out on YouTube PHS Entertainment or Choclair Bookings. You will catch the music history of everything out there. And I'm the guy that makes music for the people who love hip hop and the people who like hip hop, that's not necessarily their number one choice of music, but get into it. They will get into me, which will bring them into everybody else, because I can go in.
For sure.
Because I'm just that dude, and it's the support of the people that I've had over the years. I've always really appreciated, and I really appreciate them when I'm coming back out and supporting everything. And I'm just here doing the music, and I'm so happy that you guys enjoy it. And this new album, C Evolution, I think is going to be something that everybody's going to love. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised. So I open up myself a little bit more on this record, but
a bit more intimate.
Yeah, I get more into it, because I got years under my belt, so I got stuff I could talk about. Like, I'm not just talking about
just balling anymore. It's just more about like life.
Yeah, but we still jamming, we having a good time. But it's also there's things in there that make more sense to certain situations, people, and whatever. Just because it's not a whole. It's a complete album, let's just say that. And people are going to go and vibe with that, and they're going to get that 100%. And I think they're going to really love it. And I can't wait for that to come out. I got some touring coming up in September. Going across the country. I know we're starting out in BC.
Nice.
So
BC, look out.
Yeah, so I'm going to be starting out over there. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. Couple of secret projects that won't be so secret in the next couple of weeks. So we've just been working and we're doing it. And again, it's called Rev, it's called Talk Let the Beats Know. Those are the two songs. The videos are up on YouTube. The website is choclair.ca. And follow me on Twitter at Choclair, and follow me on Facebook. Just look me up, Choclair. You'll find me up on there. And man, check out the album and check out these videos. And make sure that you check out all the past stuff with Choclair, so you can understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
And you'll know where the music is going to go, because if you love that music from before, you're definitely going to love it coming up. And if you didn't like it from before, well, now you're just going to have to like it when the new stuff comes as well.
All right, everybody. That's going to be it for this episode of SpitBallin with JT. I'm going to have a Shocks video at the beginning and end of the YouTube Vimeo versions, and I'll have those songs up in the audio version on iTunes as well. So, peace out, one love, Death Squad, C Evolution, PHS, Choclair, G-Vine, CC, Oli, the whole family. What up? Holler back.
What up, T-Dot? What up, Canada worldwide? Choclair, I'll see you. I'm coming to you. Check it out.
Stop.
Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. The beat, talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. The beat.
Yeah, in Van City with some Van City kitties looking so pretty. Yeah, it's Chisnock. You come across so angry about everything about me, everything around me. I can assume that you gon' doubt me, so you can assume your foot's up in your mouth. Brazen invasion of lyrics again, so that food to your soul is supplied again. Spotlights on me, dip for a little bit, so fall back till I was a little bit. They said no way, you ain't getting no play, but I got full play every day, all day. Smoke Cohibas on a sunny day, then the next day catch a flight to Norway, and then the next day catch a flight to UK. It's a new day.
Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know. Let the beats know. Talk, let the beats know.
I'm watching the dawn over the pond, dew form on the leaves, sun pressing the earth, and all of this before 6. It's more plane trips and more stage rip. They need new mics, cause the mics got killed. Cause Shocks in the place, walks down the concourse, to the green room, to the VIP, to the stage doors. Spotlights on, the crowd roars. Yeah, we vibe for an hour or more. Humbly, I be seen, just be taken a walk, reminiscing about the time when only option was walk. Now it's sunny days, sunny rays break through my shades. I don't draw the curtains, I just get up and working. Keep my fresh on, now the girls keep flirting. In the club, now they see me, they start working. She sees me smirking, now the boy I am lurking. Then people turn nervous when the club gets urban.
Talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Talk, let the beat slow. The beat, talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Talk, let the beat slow. The beat, talk, let the beat slow. The beat, talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Talk, let the beat slow. The beat, talk, let the beat slow. Let the beat slow. Beat slow. Let the beat, beat slow.
Stop the time on the hour.
Beat slow.
Stop the time on the minute.
Talk, let the beat slow.
Choclair came to go wreck. You see, yeah, I'm an MC. Lyrics that inspire me. Boogie down productions. Growing up on BDP. Words that stick with me. But I like that party shit. Go ham, two juice in both hands. Hit the after party, but still there for fam. Conflicted on this life of insanity. Girls like to roll with me. Black shades, hat pulled down. You don't notice me. On stage, words come out. Now you know it's me. Poetical, lyrical type of flowetry. The type that make other MCs go notice me. Trees backstage, 5 minutes showtime. Step on stage, blow mine.